Akim Shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to start off by giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Chakwadash. And double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. A sincere shalom to the hopeful elect that's out there listening, learning, and or teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom. All right, Akim. So, prophecy is speeding up. Prophecy is moving. Look at what's going on in the world. I'm going to play this video real quick. Basically, the U.S. Just struck Iran today. All right. And by the way, before I started, this is fair use for educational purposes only.
The United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or in the alternative, face certain death. Finally, to the great proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take.
Yep. They attacked Israel as well. Iran. Yep. And I'm going to show y'all another video of that too. Yeah, so basically, yeah. You see it right there, man. The U.S. struck Iran. The U.S. and Israel, right? Hey, the least of the flock shall draw them out, man. That Netanyahu, all right? He's got Donald Trump by the leash. And so he had him go over there and do that, right? Sending their bombs over there. And then what happened? You saw it in the video. The internet is cut off in Iran, okay? But look at this. This is a video of a retaliation strike. So after Iran was struck, they had struck the U.S. back in one of their military bases. This is fair use for educational purposes only. You see? So it's getting heavy out here, Akim. You know, the Lord is speeding this thing up, man. So, you know, tensions are rising between Iran, you know, also known as the Carmanians in the scriptures. All right, and Esau, you know. So it's about that time, man. They finna mandate this chip soon, because we know that the destruction cannot come before that chip. All right, this is Revelation 11:14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right, the Second World War has already passed. This Third World War will come quickly, and it's already been here. Okay, it was just more, you know, economic sanctions, a little bomb here, a little bomb there, you know, shit talking here, shit talking there. But it's getting to the point now where there's action behind it. All right, y'all saw that I had brought out a video a little bit ago talking about how Iran was saying that they're ready to fight with America. And you had some scoffer in the comments talking about it's never going to happen. But hey, as you see, it's happening, man. The Lord is making moves. Okay? And so this Third World War is going to be the war to end all wars. Okay? Because as we know, according to the scriptures, it will go nuclear. All right? I want to grab Matthew also. This is Matthew 24:6. It says, "And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet." That's right, because we know, again, that chip has to come first, man. Okay, so it's not the end yet, but it's the beginning of these sorrows, man. It's the beginning of Jacob's trouble. which already Jacob's trouble is here, but it's escalating more and more. You see what's going on in Mexico, in Cuba. Their government has collapsed. Okay, there's people out there, killing each other, raping each other. Okay, and in Mexico too, with the cartel situation, which America has a big hand in that. Okay, and then here in America, you got those ICE agents, and they got all these warehouses being built for you people that don't want to get chipped. You see, this is the time of Jacob's trouble. We're in it, man. And World War III is starting to spice up that much more, man. We know that once America and Iran start getting at it, Russia has to get into the picture, man. And once it's Russia and America, that's where everybody's going to pick sides, man. And it's going to be the whole world against America. And America will not win, man. America is not strong enough to win that war, man. Especially when we talk about nuclear missiles, man. Because you people out here, you want to act like America's all powerful because they have better planes and better jets and better tanks. And fuck all that bullshit, man. What's going to be the end? When this gets escalated to the highest level, what's going to be the last option? Nukes. Okay? And Russia and all these other countries, they have more nukes, better nukes than America. All right, especially Russia. Russia by itself could destroy this place, man. See, but they haven't nut up yet because they don't have a reason to really do anything yet. All right, they're just going about their business, business as usual. Okay, but if Iran gets threatened to a high level, which it's going to be because America doesn't want them to have a nuke. Israel wants to be able to take over all that land over there and try to act like they're the people of the Lord. They're so greedy, they're going to do it and do it and do it until those people come together against Israel, right? Let's get into that scripture, man. This is 2 Ezra 15:28. Behold, a horrible vision and the appearance thereof from the east. Okay, that's talking about the Middle East, man. Verse 29, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, right? That's all these Arab countries over there, man. You look at the land of Israel today. Let's look at a map, okay? These devils, they don't even belong in this land. Okay, let me see. Let's get a bigger map, more zoomed out, because some of these maps be tripping, man. I don't want a close-up of Israel. I want to see like the surrounding area too. So there we go. Just something quick, man, just so y'all could get the point. Okay, you got the land of Israel. Let's see. Yeah, land of Israel is like right there, this little thing. Okay, but they want all this from Egypt all the way over here, which is the Fertile Crescent, which ultimately that belongs to us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, because we are the real Israelites. So really, Israel and all these so-called Arabs over here fighting each other, hey, that's not our fight. Let them kill each other. Let them destroy each other. Okay, but the point of that being is Israel having only this piece, they want to take all this right here and then all this over here. Okay, and you notice they already have military bases all over the world through America. Okay, so it's really America and Israel against the world. And what's going to happen here is all these so-called Arab countries surrounding and in this Fertile Crescent area, they're not going to allow Israel to just take over, man. And the biggest powerhouse, as far as they're concerned is Iran. So Iran, as you can see, is striking back, man, because they can't just let Israel take that land, man. And Russia cannot let Israel take it because they're going to fuck up Iran. Iran wants nukes, which, I believe they probably already have it, but they're not going to say it on the TV. They want those nukes. If they get those nukes, Israel has to chill out. Okay, but Israel doesn't want to chill out. And when I say Israel, I got to specify over and over and over and over again. Okay, because a lot of the people out there may be new, or a lot of you people may just, whatever. All right, when I say Israel, I'm talking about the land and the people who are currently, let me say it like that, people that are currently in the land who do not belong there. Okay, the main people that don't belong there are these people that call themselves JEWs, these pointy-nosed, greedy bastards. They don't belong in that land. They belong to Edom, the so-called white race. Okay, they're not Israelites. Okay, so just clearing that up. But anyway, back to the point, man. In verse 29 here, in 2nd Ezra 15, it says, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Right? They're gonna rouse up, man. They're gonna rouse up, and Iran is gonna be joined unto them, man. That's verse 30. Also the Carmanians, right? That's the Iranians today, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, right? They're going to be pissed all the way the fuck off, ready to fight, man. It's not just going to be this shit talking, okay? And you can see the beginning of that with these strikes, man. Let's watch it again. And they also struck Israel too, if I'm not mistaken. You know? Hey, so it's happening, man. It's speeding up. Alright? We'll let it play. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, you know, back in 2nd Ezra 15 and 30. And with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. That's right. You see, so, you know, these Arab countries and Iran, they're going to have boots on the ground. They're going to have their little bombs, whatever. But eventually, what does it say here? And shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. Okay, the Assyrians today is symbolic of, you know, America. Okay, so Iran, with their nuclear weapons, is going to have a part in the end of America. All right, we know that Iran is going to join together with Russia, and Russia is going to take a big portion of America. But Iran is also going to play a part, man. They've got nuclear capabilities. You know, I believe they're just not talking about it, just speaking as a man. All right, and even if they don't, they're very close to it. They got uranium. They're enriching it. Okay, and they have the missiles that would carry that warhead, which is the main thing. Like, once you've got the nuke, all you need is a way to get it from point A to point B in a timely manner. And they're pretty much there, man. You know, and they hate America. So who knows what secret operations they've got that they've been planning, you know, for years to wipe this place out, man. Okay? Verse 31, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. As we know in the scriptures, Ishmael's a wild man. Okay, it says, and they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. And then these shall be troubled and keep silence through their power and shall flee. Okay, and then verse 33, it says, and from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them and consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings, right? And that's talking about, you know, it could possibly be these sleeper cells from Iran and from these so-called Arab nations. They're already here in the U.S., man. All those millions of people they brought across the border, but the only ones that are getting deported are hard-working so-called Mexicans. Okay? And Jake, really, it's all of Jake, all 12 tribes. Okay, but these Iranian sleeper cells are here, you know, in the 5-star hotels, getting ready to blow you people up, man. It's going to be like 9/11 all over again, you know? It's going to be like that. And even though 9/11 was an inside job, okay, hey, they're over here, man. What I'm saying, it's going to be a wide scale attack that's going to it's going to put a lot of fear in the leadership of America here, man. So the war has started to escalate, okay? And you know, this is big news, Yasharala. Okay, but again, we always got to bring it back to the scriptures and let you know why this is not the end yet. This is the beginning of the end. All right, which really is not the beginning of the end. Let me correct myself. The beginning of the end really was when Yahushua was on the earth. That's the beginning of the last days. So we're at the end of the end, you know, and basically we're at a turning point where things are about to speed up very quickly, man. Okay, and that chip is going to get mandated here very soon. Okay, this is Revelation 14:9. It says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, right? You worship the beast, which is NATO and the EU, this power structure, by taking this branding, which is the RFID CHIP underneath the skin of your hand, or the brain computer interface. The BCI, which is Neuralink, is a good example of that. The chip that goes in the brain. All right, these are going to be mandatory for buying and selling. And if you take one of them, you are worshiping NATO and the EU, the beast. All right, and all the idols that come with it, like Baal, Moloch. We made a video on that, man. All right, verse 10. This same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, Yahweh. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, it says, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, right? You could think about, you drinking straight vodka or straight Everclear with no chaser, no orange juice, no water. Nah, you drink that shit straight. Hey, this is a terrible punishment, man. And there's not going to be any mercy for you people to take the mark. It says, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, right? Because Yahweh Shai is going to return in the midst of this nuclear war that's coming to America, man. All right? That's when he's going to be beaming up his elect into the chariots to save us out of the land of the north. Okay? And so, like the scripture says, it'll no longer be said, the Lord who saved his people from Egypt, roughly paraphrasing, it'll be said, the Lord who saved them out of the land of the north, because this is the final captivity. And it's going to overshadow the salvation that we had during the time of Egypt, man. All of America is going to be covered with nukes from sea to shining sea, man. And so there's no escape for anybody here in America other than the elect. The elect is going to be beamed up into the chariots by Yahweh Shai. Okay, and so Yahweh Shai, the angels, all of us to get salvation, Lord's will be the elect. We're going to be looking at this destruction, man. At the people that took this mark, at the people who didn't want to repent. They didn't want to listen to the gospel of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. They wanted to do their own fucking thing and just keep paying bills and worrying about Babylon and, what type of shoes am I going to get? Oh, let me watch the game. Let me drink a beer and be quiet and forget about everything. Let me zone out. Let me smoke weed. Let me fucking party. Let me get more bitches. Whatever the hell you people obsess about, man, this is a dying world. Come out of this bitch. Come out of Babylon, man. Spiritually. Be ready to leave this place behind, man. Because when that chip comes, man, it's going to be the final test. It's going to be a very important test, because if you don't take that chip, you could lose your life. And so you got to be strong in the faith in order to pass that test and receive salvation and get that crown, man. All right, so we're almost here, Yasharallah. Keeping the faith in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, that's the most important. And keep doing what you're supposed to. So with that, I want to finish by giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. A sincere shalom to the hopeful elect that's out there, listening, learning, and or teaching in truth and sincerity. Shalom wa. Abad babal. Shalom.